Hello, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good after our weekend. It was pretty crazy, wasn't it?
It started off with a fair amount of chaos. Yeah, it was a lot of fun though. Shock City Studios absolutely rocks. A lot of fun to work with those guys. Got done way more than we thought we would, and I won $1 because she decided to bet me on whether or not it was going to be an absolute catastrophe.
This is me giving him his $1.
As much as I wanted to take the high road and back out of there because I figured it would be a disaster, I won.
He did. No, I seriously did. It was such a disaster when we first started off. I looked at him at one point. I'm like, that's it. I bet you $1 this thing is just going to go to hell in a handbasket. And I had a lot of evidence to back me up on this. All right, the lead singer showed up to load everything up an hour late.
And sick as a dog.
And sick as a dog. He couldn't, I mean, he sounded like he was going through puberty.
But
it worked out.
the sound guys playing with his voice, modulating it up and down was hilarious, so that worked out.
And then and I get this call like 3 hours before we were supposed to leave town from Chris, who was supposed to have everything set up, and he goes, I forgot to get a hotel room. And so there's me on the interwebs trying to find us a hotel room. Very nice at the Drury Inn.
Very awesome hotel.
It was an amazing
Going
hotel.
to a big, amazing hotel like that with super comfy beds and everything, and then going to an actual pro studio. I mean, it felt like we had made it, and then we came back here, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a dirt poor bass player who should have been fired years ago. Glory unto me.
You know, the other guys, I guess when they first walked into the lobby, they stopped. They're like, are we in the right place? Oh my god. I'm going to tell you though, I mean, price wise, it was the best deal I could get close to the studio, so very happy with Drury Inn. But yeah, and then the guys, I mean, they made fun of me for my GPS. Oh, that's really old school. But had no idea where we were going, didn't look up the address. They followed me all the way to St. Louis, which was just hysterical. And I'm getting phone calls, you're going too slow, you're going too fast, what are you doing? Oh, you... Alright, sorry for the interruption, that was cat. Stupid cats. Anyway, alright, so get that, so they're making fun of me on too fast, too slow, this, that, and the other. And then they decided to take off, and Corey and I went to go get the hotel room, and then we couldn't figure out how to get to the parking garage, and there was a trick to it. And after I get us all keys and find us our room, we unload everything from the car that everyone had left in my car. And I'm trying to get a hold of the guy saying, okay, here's what you need to do before you get in. You have to do this. And they're like, and they kept hanging up on me. Oh no, you can tell us later. You can tell us later. And then so we ended up sitting like outside for an hour waiting for them to show up so that we could give them their keys and their passes and everything else. And they snuck in. I don't even know how they got in there I think they had to come from the other direction because we did not see these guys pull in. And then, so they ended up locking us out of our hotel room because they're idiots. So we had to go get all new keys, and then even try to get dinner. I mean, we ended up on 3 different street corners, and all of us stared at each other. There was me standing with Robbie, and you were with Jeff, I think.
I ran across the street all on my lonesome.
No, because Jeff was, and then Andy and Chris were on the other. We're all staring at each other at these 3 different street corners. We finally all met up on one street corner, found a place to eat, and it was at that point where I turned and I looked at Corey and I'm like, that's it, I bet you $1 is just going to be a disaster. And the next morning, none of the guys wanted to get up, and they'd stayed up too late, and...
Okay, I got up looking like 10 pounds of crap in a 2-pound bag, rolling around bitching all the way to the studio.
He's like, it's too early. I said, I'm not even working today. And Robbie goes, this is your job. He's like,
oh God, it is work.
Oh, I don't want it to be work. But then we got to the studios, and I'm here to tell you, I mean, this place was amazing.
Absolutely amazing. The guys are amazing, hilarious, fun to work with. Had a great time, got a ton of work done. And don't ever let that misconception slide by you. Yeah, this is a fun thing to do, but it is a job.
It is. I went down there with my laptop and my manuscript, and I thought, oh, my job, because everyone says no girlfriends in the studio, no girlfriends in the recording area, yada yada. So I found myself a really nice, comfy couch in a corner away from everybody. Got my stuff all set up. I'm like, all right, I'm going to get half of this book done today. Yeah, that didn't happen. I kept getting interrupted. Hey Lisa, can you do this? Hey Lisa, can you do this? Hey Lisa, can you go into the control room and let him know when we screw up? Hey Lisa, we need you to sit in front of Chris because he's being an idiot again.
Doing the little sad shuffle.
Yeah, it is. It's such the saddest. I really have to get this on video for you guys because it is the most hysterical thing you'll ever see. And so I ended up for like one song. And it was just him. He was the only one he couldn't get his part right. And I finally I just go in there and I sit down. I'm like 2 feet in front of him, looking up at him. You know, I'm like, okay, Chris, just do it. All right, just do this thing. And he kept trying to improvise and screwing it up. And finally, it was like after the 3rd take, I just looked at him. I said, stop it. Just stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Just do the line. You know what you're supposed to do. Just do it right and stop it. And I guess the guys in the control room were kind of looking at me like, oh my God, she's mean.
It was funny though.
So
especially sitting there in the control room and hearing da wonk. Stop it. Just stop it.
Stop being an idiot. So
fun times were had by all.
I know, right? I love being mean. And then it was something. It was a lot of fun, and you know, Corey earned his dollar. He really did. They all
wasn't even on the corner. I'm surprised.
I know, right? I didn't even have to pimp him out this time. So it was a lot of fun, and I did not get as far as I wanted to on getting my book edited, but it was worth it. And I guess we're gonna go back and finish out the album. I don't know. I guess the guy, there's some, who knows. Oh, and they need a name. Oh my God! Before we can finish the album, they need a name. At this point right now, while they're known as Best Kept Secret, apparently don't want to keep the name Best Kept Secret because there's a punk band.
There's another like punk emo something band out there. I don't want to run my mouth too much on the guys. I'm sure they're awesome, but I personally don't like their music.
Yeah.
It's kind of terrible.
So
anyway, more power to them for doing great. But
yeah. So we need to get a name, and so right now, some of the contenders are Through the Glass, which I really like.
Makes us all sound like convicts. It's kind of
yeah, kind of appropriate. And then we've got Shoes on Feet, which he likes, which is one of my stories from one of my books. And No Call No Show, which because hand to God,
we're also very punctual all the time.
You know, it's bad. It is so bad. I wanted to name them the Slackers, but there's a punk band that's already got that name. And Andy wants We the People. I hate that name.
Please God, don't let that happen.
Please God, no. Please, we'll stay a band with no name rather than We the People. So hey, if you got any suggestions, no Bodie McBoatface, no We the People, stupid ones. But if you guys have got an idea, send me a message. Write it up on the comments board, and if we pick a name you like, we'll give you a little bit of credit for it.
And stuff.
I know, right?
Well, my stuff's being shot down. I know that Kitty Cannon isn't exactly appropriate by any means, but
No.
I'm trying to come up with something here. Give me a break.
So anyway, that's what our weekend was like. It was so much fun, and like I said, it started off as an unmitigated disaster, but it ended up really good. So I'm proud of the guys, and definitely when we get their music and stuff, you'll see me showcasing their music a little bit more, professionally recorded. And oh God, it sounded so awesome. I mean, it sounded amazing. So anyway. But, and now you finally have got to meet my Corey, because I talk about him. He's the one that brings me Snickers and sandwiches and, pats me on the head and tells me it's going to be okay every time I have a wig out on, never getting my book done and stuff. So, anyway, it's pretty awesome. You hear that? I told everyone that you're pretty awesome. It's out there for the world now.
Well, everyone knows the bass player's the coolest. Me and my 3 cats.
Yeah, you and your 3 cats. So anyway, this week I'm gonna be really having to buckle down and get this book finished. I mean, I have got to get them off to the proofreaders, and I am so sorry guys at TNC Book. I know I told you I would have this thing to you by the 1st of November, and obviously that.
She's a Bibber.
It's not even a bipper, it's just fucking busy. You know, like I said, I went down there thinking, oh, studio, they'll be busy. I'll just sit here in the corner and I won't be in my house, there won't be any distractions, there won't be any people, just a nice quiet corner. Did that happen?
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't. See? Anyway, but I am soon, and so yeah, I'm kind of thinking, I've been saying spring in 2017, but I'm kind of narrowing it down, and it'll probably be March, sometime, and once I get everything finalized, I'll let you know for sure what the date is. Anyway, so, it was fun.
Lots of fun.
Lots of fun. I love you, baby. You're just so pretty.
We're going to have a song to mark the entire occasion. That's kind of how I felt going through most of that crap.
I don't know, I kind of felt like the Benny Hill.
I do that one, but I'm not gonna lie, it's actually really hard.
I know it is. That's kind of how
I hate to
felt.
mess it up on camera, especially, then I just look like an ass, so.
So yeah, that's the song that was going through my head as we're trying to get down to St. Louis and through everything. And, oh yeah, it was definitely one of those Benny Hill moments. So, and my cats are going insane. Anyway, you guys have a great week, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye, guys.
Wow, that sounds way better than those headphones. Yeah. Wow.